But now some good news, as we did actually eventually offer up Osvaldo plus the 25 million. I think that's a good offer because I need a new striker. Through the middle to Jay Rodriguez. Can he finish his chance? And it's through the goalie's legs. And it's 2-0. And Jay Rodriguez has his second goal of the game. Hey guys, and welcome to Transfer Deadline Day of the FIFA 15 Southampton Criminal Series. So we've got 10 hours now to sign a new striker, so let's get into it. And also guys, if you do want to see another episode later on tonight, can we smash over 500 likes? And the question of today is going to be another would you rather between Neymar and Gareth Bale. And there we are guys, so we have now got Lacazette. He's accepted the contract. First of all, we will have a look at Mane, who is now renewed his contract, also Dybala as well, but this is the main one guys. Lacazette is joining Southampton, our first big signing of the Southampton Criminal Series, and Lacazette is now the new striker. And let me just clear something out guys. Dybala is still going to have a massive part to play because we've got Champions League games, and Dybala's like my young player I want to bring up into the team. Lacazette is a ready-made striker, already at great potential, but Dybala is still going to get equally as many games, so it's all good at the moment. And Lacazette is the first big signing of the series. And on the balance of the comment section, you guys wanted to sign Lacazette, went for 26 million plus Osvaldo. I actually involved Osvaldo because he's on a massive wage and he has no part to play in the team anymore. Some of you guys said he was really common on this game, but I've actually never used him before in career mode. Another transfer offer now for Jay Rodriguez. This time it's from Seville and they've offered 8.5 million. No way I'm going to actually get rid of any more players. If you guys know from the first episode, Snarling went to Bayern Munich for £30 million and that was my replacement. Lacazette was meant to be my big name replacement at the squad. Another talent I feel is being wasted at the moment, in real life especially, in Man United's team, is their left midfielder by the name of Adnan Januzaj. So I definitely want to try and make an offer. I'm not going to approach Man United to buy him, but because I have a massive wage budget still, I think something like 130,000, I can afford Januzaj. So let's go with a full season long loan and let's submit the offer. So United have come back and said they will say no to the loan offer, and I wasn't expecting that because normally they do accept the offer, but I've got a few more players lined up. So we've got maybe about 5-6 hours left of the transfer window. I'm not going to rush into any more signings, but I'm just saying that I've got 4.5 million left over and 77,000 a week as well. I'm going to make a final offer for Kingsley Coman, the Juventus left winger, who is currently rated at 73. So let's go with an offer of 4.5 million. I've already sold Osvaldo and Snarling as well, so I don't want to sell any more players. But let's see what Kingsley Coman says to that. So they've come back and accepted the transfer offer for Kingsley Coman. I was not expecting that one. And I think originally I offered up, 2 or 3 million. They said no and they wanted, 11.5 million. So that is crazy. That is an absolute bargain right there. So 4 years, 40,000 a week, 4 years, and he will be a squad rotation player for now. Definitely in future he'll become one of the main players. But if I can still hit like Coman by the end of the transfer window, that will be a fantastic way to end. And just like that, 1 hour later, Kingsley Coman has accepted the contract. And that is our second signing of the transfer deadline day, and I think our fourth signing of the transfer window. And again, they're saying that I've got a cut price deal for Coman. They said the same with American as well. And we've got another offer for Jay Rodriguez. He's unhappy at the moment, but he's in the first team, so why is he unhappy? But we'll go again with the reject the offer, because even though it's a good offer, I don't want to sell Jay Rodriguez. Snarling went the other way, and also Higuain was the main transfer of the summer. So Higuain, that is a massive offer, 43 million. He has gone now to Man City. I would never pay that much for him. But not Nathaniel Klein, Elia has come back and said he has declined the first contract. So before we get into the first game of today's episode, you can see it on the right hand side, we have got some news about Snyderling. And we're basically saying that we have no regrets because we are currently top of the table somehow after 3 games into the season. We've got some big games coming up in today's episode, and here is how the league table is looking. So Chelsea have not had the best of start so far this season. They've got a draw, and also they've only won 1 game so far. But Man United are the closest we have at the moment in second, and QPR and Leicester in the top 5. So here we are guys, into the first game of today's episode against Aston Villa. Always a team I have troubles against, but I remember last time, I think in the first season, we managed to snatch a win at the end. But here is the starting lineup, and they actually have a decent team, but no sign of Benteke. They're beating 2 players now. It's a chance coming in, and Aston Villa with the first real chance of the game. Go on, Gaia, this is your ball. Cut back inside. He's now into the good area. Let's try and find the run here of Elia. And it's off the crossbar and in. Fantastic start there from Elia. And that is a fantastic pass there from our left back, Gaia. Yes, Thiago through the middle to Dybala. It's a great ball as well. Cut back inside. Through to Elia with the finesse shot. And it's a good save from Guzan. But we've started the game well, and look at that, straight over all my midfielders. Yes, Dybala with the tackle. Let's get through Tadic and now into Elia maybe. There's a lot of space here for Gaia making the run. It's now Gaia to make it 2-0, and it's a fantastic finish from Gaia. His fantastic start to the season continues. And I need to stop saying fantastic. What a goal that was. He found the space there. Gaia's now set up 1 goal and now scored a goal. And I think that's his first goal of the season. So 2 changes going into the second half. First of all, inform Rodriguez is now on the pitch. And second of all, our new signing, Kingsley Coman, has now been added into the team. So let's see what we can do. And we have got a few days until the Champions League game. That's a great ball through to Richardson. He's going to go with the shot, and it's beating the goalkeeper. 4 minutes into the second half, and Aston Villa might have a chance of getting back into this one. Game is back on. Here goes Thiago. He's going to find space there. Thiago through the middle to Rodriguez. Is he onside? And is he offside? He's onside. How the hell was he onside there? Over the top to Coman. It's a great ball from Dybala, and the touch is not good enough. That's what you have to expect from a guy like Coman. He's only, I think, 19 or 20, but he's shown some great stuff so far in this second half of his debut game. But anyway, Thiago in a lot of space here. Let's cut inside here, and let's go for the finesse shot with the outside the foot, and it's gone just wide. And I just said outside the foot, what am I on about? But Thiago there, I meant outside the post, but just wide of the mark. Aston Villa again on the counter-attack. Into the box it goes. We have to stay solid now. We've done so well to get into a 2-goal lead. The ball comes in, that has to be Zuma's ball. And now can Coman use his pace? We're here with Dybala. Dybala runs through, and Dybala adds to his goal scoring tally this season and scores a fantastic goal that makes it 3-1, and that might just be game over. Zuma passes it straight to Aston Villa again. Into the box it goes. Missed the tackle. I think Chan maybe got a touch on that. Dybala finding the run of Gaia. It's a good play here, and now back through to Dybala. It's a great ball through the middle. Dybala could get there. He might get there still. Oh, it's a good tackle from Sissoko. Carlos Sanchez now. Final chance here for Aston Villa. That's offside, and he nearly ran out of play. Ball comes in anyway, and Sule is there. He's so solid. And now can we get one more goal? Here goes Dybala. And look at the space here for Kingsley Coman. Can he now find Rodriguez in the middle? Let's just go alone, past the defender. It's Kingsley Coman for his debut goal, and it's in the back of the net. It is now 4-1 versus Aston Villa. What a fantastic performance. And Kingsley Coman gets his name on the goal sheet. Kingsley Coman gets his debut goal, and that is a fantastic first game of today's episode. But now I think it's time for the first game in the Champions League. So let's get into the second game of the episode. So Chelsea drew to QPR. That's another point drop there for Chelsea. That's 3 draws so far this season. Oh, I've just found out who I've got in the Champions League. So our first game is against Celtic. But as you can see on screen at the moment, if it loads up, we have got Celtic, I think Galatasaray, and finally our semi-final opponents from last season, Real Madrid. I am so excited for that game now. I think it might be next episode / maybe 2 episodes time against Real Madrid. But let's get into the first game. It's always good to get off to a good start in the Champions League. And we're going to start off with a game against Celtic. So here we are, guys, into the first game in the second season of my Champions League. Last season we did so well to get to the semis. But this season, can we go one step closer and get to the final? But I want to show you the starting lineup, because I'm starting Isco for the first time in this series. He might have played a few games in the FA Cup and the Capital One Cup, but this is the first time I'm actually playing him in the team. Good ball there from Isco. Here's Rodriguez. Let's go for the 1-2. Right, back in field to Mane, or to Miyuka. Let's go for the ball through the middle. It's now Mane. Why is that a free kick? I wanted to go through. Mane was through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Back in field into, who's this, Mane, into Isco. Good passing here. Miyuka now with the fake shot. It's a good tackle. We might still have a chance here though with Thiago. Right, let's try and find a ball into the box now. Good, great ball as well to Mane. How did he find that ball in? Wanyama now on the goal, and it's a great shot. And why am I saying into the goal? What am I saying? Great play here. Look at the run being made through the middle. We're just lacking that final ball so far in this game. There's been so much space in that Celtic defence. They're really pushing forward, and they might have a chance here. It's now Armstrong through, and he scores the opening goal for Celtic. And just as I say that, they go and score the first goal of the game. Chance here for Celtic again. Ball comes in. Fonte is there. One more chance for a counter. It's now Miyuka versus the Celtic defence, basically. Miyuka's going to go past. Let's try and find Mane here, who's made a great run. It's cut back inside, past the defender. Mane's found a way past. I see Isgrove in the middle, and it's just not the right place to go for the shot. Into, who's this? It's Wanyama. Cut inside, it's now Wanyama with the shot, and it's found its way into the back of the net. And I don't think I might be right with this. So Wanyama is a former Celtic player. I think he is, but he's just scored against them, and it's now 1-1. Our captain Wanyama bringing us back on level terms, and it's a fantastic finish past the goalkeeper. Back to square one, 1-1 now, and let's try and get the lead. They find a way past. It's a lot of space here, and Celtic have just scored. Celtic have now taken the lead yet again, and it's only, I think, 2 or 3 minutes since we scored the goal that put us back on level terms. And now Celtic go ahead. Poor defending yet again. What am I doing with Fonte? And there's so much space there in the middle, and Celtic have now put it back to 2-1. All our good work in this opening few minutes has now been undone. Klein's got the pace. Let's look into the middle now, into Miyuka, free header, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper. It should have been 2-2 there. So we've got about 20 minutes left now. I'm going to take off Thiago because he's absolutely knackered. Ake is going to come on as a CDM. He can actually play the CDM, so that's why I'm trying it out. Great play there from Rodriguez. Going to just go alone here with Rodriguez. Into the box it goes. Another bit of skill there. Into the middle, and it's not a good enough ball. We could have found Shane Long there, but it's not good enough. And I should have maybe drilled that along the floor, but Wanyama picks it up. Let's just go with the shot with Wanyama, and he just hasn't got the stats there to go with that. Let's get it upfield into Elia. We're into the half now. Let's get one more chance here. And what is that for a ball? I tried to play it to Miyuka, but it's just straight to the Celtic defence. And there it is, guys. Our first loss of the season. It has come with a 2-1 loss to Celtic. And before we end today's episode, I want to show you the squad report and where we currently sit in the league table. But they come away with the win, which is not too bad. We went with a weaker team for that one. And good news, as Real Madrid have drawn 2-2 in their opening game. So not all bad news at the moment, but that means we are currently in 4th place. But onwards into the squad report. I have only shown this, I think, 3 times in the whole series. Not this season, this series. So let's just move on into the squad report. As always, I'll just only talk when I see a lot of growth. But I won't expect much as we're only a few games into the season. But 2 of our Spanish players, Thiago and Gaia, going up +1. Got Elliot +1 as well. So we've had a lot of growth so far this season, and well deserved as well. But Shane Long going down -2 in acceleration, -1 in sprint speed. So maybe it's time to sell him next transfer window. But we've also got Harrison Reed. He's now good enough to be a first team player. Not first team, but he will play more games than last season. So we'll hopefully use him more this season. He's 71 now. He's broken into the 70s. And let's see what we can do. But Ward-Prowse is the player. He's very unhappy. Okay form as well, but he just hasn't had the game time. So this season, with Snarling now gone, I need to use Ward-Prowse a lot more this season. But yeah, we'll move on to Lacazette. Here is his stats once again, guys. And I just can't wait to use him. So he'll be fit in 6 weeks' time. So that's not too bad. I thought it was a bit less than that, but that's not too bad as I said before. But anyway, let's just move on. And there we are, guys. The end of the squad report. And if you guys do want to see another episode later on tonight, can we smash over, let's say, 500 likes for the double upload? And also, guys, the question of the day is Neymar versus Bale. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode.